this is part two, fellas, of the 3+ cost attack cards. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip these now. And the first one is Flame Fright. So basic attack damage 10, fire attack damage 15. Engage creatures with less than 50 wisdom or courage lose music. This is a good punishment card for PE for like creatures with music counters, high music counters, or maybe their abilities will give you something for losing a music counter. Now we have Plasma Arrow. So this one's an easy one. This one's just a straight across 30 damage by having these element types. You don't have to do any challenges or anything. And it has a pretty cool ability attached to it, which is opposing engaged creatures may not be healed. So that can like open up for burst damage. You know, you can't. A music won't help any type of ability will not help the creature. So you just kind of throw that in any music on top of that and just kind of deal damage. And yeah, I mean it's just a good damage opener. The you kind of like immobilize the opponent from responding to that card. And this one, Whirling Whale, the next card, kind of does the same thing right here. You know, 30 damage across the board if you just have these element types, and plus the basic damage. And you can stop the opponent from casting music cards. Your opponent may not play music cards, so they can't really heal because that's what music cards do. They heal, and then they can't really deal substantial amounts of damage to you. They can't reduce your discipline amount. So I mean, they can't add any element types as well, or any element like fire 5 or earth 5. They don't really have any type of versatility. I guess you can say. If you use Whirling Whale, they lose kind of like their versatility. And you guys all know Terraport from the show. That's a pretty well known one. This is for like changing locations. You can change the tide of battle by swapping to a location that gives you the upper hand. So so you guys kind of know how you guys build your own decks and around how you guys want to build them. So that's another 3 cost. That's pretty cool. And then we have Tarantula Tackle. Basic attack damage is 10, earth attack 15. I like this ability. Destroy all battle gear equipped to engage creatures with less than 50 power or speed. So yeah, you can immobilize your enemy that way too. Kind of diminish whatever versatility he has or any type of utility he has that he's playing inside of his deck with battle gear. And then you got Cyclone Slam. Now man, this is an easy 20 damage for all of your war beasts for playing with war beasts. You know, if you just have a war beast that's engaged, he deals 20 damage. And this goes great with Blasmatan because he has that air and earth as it is already. Those are his natural elements. So yeah, easy 30 damage for Blasmatan. Ice Sheet. Ice Sheet gives you damage equivalent to how many music counters that you have on an engaged creature. So if you have like 3 music counters, that's going to be 15 plus that 5 if you have water, that'll be 20. I don't really care for that one too much though. But next is Acid Wash. Now this one is cool for Danians. So this would be something that you would run with Danians. I don't know what I don't really know how I would run this in a Danian deck though, so I'd have to really sit down and look at that and think about that. But challenge 15 was so if you have 15 wisdom greater than your opponent, deal 10 damage, water 10 damage, basic attack damage 5. Unaffected engaged creature, engage. So you can unaffect your engaged creature, and then engaged creatures cannot be infected until end of turn. So I don't know if there's some type of advantage in infection and uninfecting your opponent. I don't know what that'll really reward you with. I would have to research my cards and see what I can come up with. But here we go into the 4 cost. See, I have way more 3 cost than I do 4 cost. And sorry if it's hard for you guys to see this, or it's not even the camera quality. It's just, you know, that's the way the card is made. But Tainted Thunderstorm. Now, I like this one. If you have one more music counter than your opponent, you get another 20 damage. So, basic attack damage 10, water damage 20, and then plus that challenge, you would have a total of 50 damage. This is a 50 damage attack card. So that's what's possible with this 4 cost attack card. So yeah, these are one of the few 4 costs that are out there, and I don't really know how many. Like I said, I don't know how many are out there. There could be plenty. I mean, but it's hard to get them. They're rare. 3 costs are more likely to be obtained than 4, and like I hardly have any 3 costs. So Ultimate War Stance. This is another 4 cost. Basic attack damage 5, air 10, and air or earth 10. And if you have air and earth, the next attack played during that battle can't deal any damage. So it's like you and your opponent are in a position where, you know, somebody has to play an attack, and whoever plays that attack, they're gonna have to sacrifice some damage for that. So you're totally mitigating. You're totally like forcing your opponent to kind of play an attack card, just sacrifice that card, and not really get any bonus out of it. I mean, there's some attack cards out there like those 0 cost ones where they don't do anything but diminish the opponent's discipline. So I mean, I guess that would be a good way around this, but I don't know. I like it. I like this ability. This is something I would definitely run in my deck. Something like my War Beast deck to kind of mitigate damage for like maybe Blasmaten, because he can get this easy 25 damage from the basic, the air, and the earth. So maybe like Blasmaten, but I don't know. I'd have to really sit down and think about how I would run this. But the last one is Armageddon. The 10, the 20, the 30, the 40, the 50. Armageddon! So yeah, this is like an elementalist card right here. This is the signature Heptad move. This is the 5 cost Heptad move right here. 5 cost Heptad. So yeah, you can only have one of these. This is unique. And also that last one, that Ultimate War Stance, is also a unique card as well. And these are I think those were the only 2 unique attack cards that I had showed you guys. I'm not too sure. I wasn't paying it. I gotta go back and look. That's sad that I don't know that actually. I can't remember too well though. But yeah, these you can only have one of these in your deck. And yeah, that's a 50 damage attack card. And I have an elementalist deck on my channel as it is, so you guys can check that out. I need to make some modifications to that deck because I can make that way better than what it is as it is right now. And I gotta get myself a Heptad. I don't have a Heptad, but I need one. He's the Elemental Justice Warrior. So yeah. But yeah, Armageddon. That's I don't have duplicates of any of these cards, or not. I have a few, but none of these 4s and 5 costs. I definitely don't have duplicates of those. But this Armageddon, this has to be. You can just throw this anywhere. You can just throw this in any deck pretty much. Like, why not? I mean, it's just free damage. It's so substantial. I mean, it costs a lot. Yeah, that takes up quite a lot of space. I wouldn't say throw it just in anything, but it takes up a lot of space for other high cost cards. But yeah, those are all of them. Those are all of them. Those are all my 3+ cost cards. So the most I've ever seen was a 5. I've never pulled a 6 or anything like that. And I don't know if those actually exist. So if you guys can do some research and like let me know, I'll probably end up doing my own research and finding out that question, find the answer to that question for myself. But yeah, those are all my 3+ cost attack cards. So tell me if you guys know any other ones that weren't covered in this video, and just Let me know what you guys have.